What is up, guys? It is Sunday, the 21st of August, and this is your Tech News Roundup. Firstly, I have a quick bit of release news. First up, Google released Duo at some point this week. I think it was Tuesday this week. They released Duo, which is actually a really cool video chat service. The hope is Allo will come in the next week or two. The hope was they'd be released at roughly the same time, and they said it would. So it's any day now. We'll see the Duo and Allo together, and I'm really excited for that. F1 2016 came out on Friday. A game I might do a review about purely due to how much I play the F1 games. And then what else came out? No Man's Sky, which was a little bit disappointing. I haven't played much of it. I played a bit on PS4, and it's not what most people had hoped for. That's not the point. We'll skip past that. For actual news though, let's go straight back to Google, who have announced that they're slowly going to phase out Google Apps on anything that isn't Chrome OS. So Windows, Linux, and Mac, basically, because that is literally the three main operating systems that aren't Google Chrome OS. If you're wondering why, it probably has something to do with the fact that only 1% of Chrome users actually use Chrome apps, and even then the majority of said apps are actually already available in standard web app form, which is, yeah. Now I should mention this isn't happening anytime soon. The eventual phase out is actually planned for mid-2017, and it'll take until early 2018 until they just don't run, with there being developer tools to help the porting process. But it's news, so let's talk about it. The internet has become a lot more powerful over the last few years, with things like web browser versions of Photoshop with things like Pixlr, and then YouTube serving content, and you can do web video editing. There's just so much more you can do, and Chrome OS is a testament to that. That thing, Chrome OS, you can't install actual applications on it, yet you can still get so much done thanks to things like Google Docs, or even Office 365 for that matter. And we're moving to a world where hard drives might start to shrink, because you just don't need to hold as much on them. There are certain things that won't be gotten rid of though, like professional grade stuff and 38 gigabyte games. I'm looking at you, Titanfall. Things like that just need to be installed locally, and that's how it works, so we'll see. But things like Office suites and simple photo editors are just going to be moved online eventually. In other news, it seems that the inevitable happened. Everyone's favourite government agency, the NSA, potentially got hacked. And I use the word potentially because there's a lot of explaining to do. On Monday, a group that refer to themselves as the Shadow Brokers claimed to have hacked into the NSA databases and just taken all of their software and been like, hey look, you can buy this and hack into stuff. Now here's the thing, usually we'd ignore it, right? The way they handled it also seemed a bit fishy. Instead of going to companies and saying, hey guys, look, we hacked this, what do you think? They went straight to the press. No one had heard of these Shadow Brokers people before, but that happens because these sort of groups tend to be just a group of people who form and then fall apart each hack, more or less. And the question was, how legitimate are these files? Because a lot of the software was already kind of out there, and it wasn't easy to find, but it was possible, and there was some things that we knew were linked to the NSA, but some things we already knew were out there, and then some things we weren't sure were linked to the NSA, and then these guys had there was a whole cocktail of things that meant that people weren't sure whether or not this was truly legitimate, and then they said that if they made $1 million, they'd put it out to the public and let anyone have it, and it just seemed like attention grabbing. The reason this is interesting though is because 2 days ago on the 19th, Edward Snowden stepped forward to talk about it, and Edward Snowden confirmed that these documents are real. Now, the thing that really links it is the leaked NSA documentation called the Agency Manual for Implanting Malware, and it's top secret, obviously, but good old Snowden made sure to let us see it. Now, it's got loads of random things in there and stuff, but the most important one is that it has a string, a 16-character string you're supposed to use. It's ACE02468BDF13579, which isn't actually that unique when you think about it, but here's the thing, it was found in the source code of some of the stuff that was supposedly leaked, and yeah. Snowden pointed out that, believe it or not, this isn't a completely unique situation. Hacking is happening everywhere to everyone, and the NSA isn't magic, and sometimes they get infiltrated. Sure, the leak of this information isn't something that's unexpected and was more or less inevitable, but it's surprising nonetheless, and let's just say that we should probably get used to it, and it's only going downhill from here. Finally, the internet freaked out yesterday as Samsung were called copycats by Motorola for copying the always-on display, and then, let's just say, Nokia fans weren't very happy about it. Moto US tweeted, "In what galaxy is it okay to steal competitors' cool features? Get it? In what galaxy? Because it's a Galaxy S7, and how funny is that? Haha, comedy." And then it seems that every single Twitter warrior made sure to remind them that Nokia did it back in 2009, roughly like 5 years before, Moto got a chance to. And they just kind of went silent as you would in that situation. Moral of the story, make sure you fact check before trying to make fun of someone. And I'm not sure why I'm making like really erratic head movements. But fact check, people. Fact check. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit like. If you didn't, I'm not quite sure why you're still here, but hear me out, right? Click up here to see the previous video. You might like that one more than this one. If that's not your cup of tea either, though, click up here and there'll be a random video I haven't picked yet, and I guarantee you will love that one. Make sure to hit subscribe to see more videos like this one. Click the link in the description to enter the giveaway that's running until next Thursday, and I'll see you guys next time.